Today on the show, we have brand new Red Dead Online summer update information, and it's some pretty good news for everyone, and especially if you've been following the leaks, then you will see lots of stuff lining up perfectly here. So let's jump in. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on today's video, and if you want to stay up to date and in the loop with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. Rockstar had a late newswire post for our weekly Tuesday update, and inside of this newswire was a new announcement that shared additional details for the upcoming Red Dead Online summer update. Rockstar had to share the following with us. Red Dead Online's next update. As part of the early summer update coming to Red Dead Online, all kinds of new unlawful ventures will emerge for those willing to comport themselves in a certain morally flexible manner. These will include the ability to rob homesteads across the 5 states in free roam, as well as open up new avenues for personal enrichment, and like any good opportunity, this one is devoid of upfront expenditures. Plus, look for an all-new membership rewards club as part of the forthcoming update. More details coming soon. Now, I want to discuss a few key takeaways that everyone should be aware of here. This announcement sounds a little familiar to the first one we got. They were careful not to share too much again, although I think this gives us a great sense of what sort of update this is going to be. Despite them saying later this summer in their first initial summer update announcement, it's now confirmed by Rockstar to be arriving early this summer. Summer, of course, like we've said, starts June 21st, and while they didn't share an exact date, according to recent leaks and intel from TezFun2 that we've discussed here on the channel earlier, the mid to late July release date seems like a lot more likely now, and even a late July release date for this upcoming summer update still leaves 2 months left in the summer season. It'll only be a third over at that point. The next important piece of info from this short but sweet announcement was that of types of robberies we will be able to do in the free roam. While I'm sure this is not the only type of robbery coming in this update, Rockstar has confirmed that robbing homes and homesteads is something we can do in the free roam. I mean, we can already walk into buildings right now and steal items like jewelry, food, drinks, and maybe some collectibles, but there has to be something else Rockstar will be doing with these free roam homestead robberies. Perhaps they'll function similar to like other dynamic events that pop up periodically in different locations across the map. And if you go to one of these map icons, you're just limited to looting generic items like food and stuff, or maybe cash or gold nuggets or something. I certainly see being on the table for some sort of the best houses you can rob here. Now, they also specify there will of course be other avenues for personal enrichment, and this I would assume is 1, not limited to homestead robberies, and 2, could be missions outside of free roam. Maybe the smaller, more trivial scores like people and stagecoach robbing takes place in free roam, sort of like how you can do stagecoach robbery stranger missions in the free roam right now, and you have been able to for a while. And as you know, there was a passenger train heist screenshot Rockstar shared in their first announcement. Now, if that isn't just a fake tease and supposed to be like somewhat misleading, and they truly intend on actually adding that passenger train into Red Dead Online with the summer update, then I could see this being more of like a mission, like a telegram mission or a legendary bounty, or any type of mission where the game loads you into your own temporary solo or temporary posse only lobby so you can complete the content that they scripted out for you. But again, who knows how this is all going to work. Next up in terms of key takeaways is their clarification of this content not necessarily being locked behind a role that you need to pay for, but instead that they say this new content is devoid of upfront expenditures, meaning there are no upfront costs associated with this to get started. Granted, there could be new items, unlocks, or equipment included with this update that you'll of course have to pay for, and it's likely we'll see some expensive cosmetics too, but at least there is no buy-in initially to get you started with the robberies, because that wouldn't necessarily make too much sense for something like the homestead robberies. Newer players can jump right into this content alongside everyone else, and they aren't boxed out by a paywall, so that's good news. And this is also something I see turning into somewhat of a negative depending on which way you look at it, but it all depends on what unlocks and items come with this update, right? If we get a progression tree in terms of unlocks through Greedo Martelli, or if it's just going to be a bunch of new stuff added to vendors like the gunsmith, general store, stable, etc. If there is no upfront cost, then those items are probably going to be more expensive because Rockstar didn't get the 15 or 25 gold bars out of you initially. Now, Rockstar also mentioned a new membership rewards club Club, which if you recall is the unpaid and free version of the Outlaw Pass. They didn't mention Outlaw Pass 6 by name, but I would find it quite strange to get the free Outlaw Pass without the paid one, or even them making the entire pass for free with this update and leaning more on expensive new unlocks for the robberies to carry their gold bar sales through. You know, players basically make all their gold back with the Outlaw Passes anyway as it is, so maybe they're just deciding to do away with fees for Outlaw Passes in general and treat it like the ultimate free reward system to get people playing and involved with the game at the player cost of needing to pay more for vendors in the open world for new items. Now, this is all something they've figured out and they've factored into their budget, I'm sure, and they know how to plan for exactly how they want to monetize this update. But again, the lack of details here make it tough to say anything definitively on our end, but we can't take their wording as is right now to say that there is some sort of new pass coming into the game, whether it's just the free rewards part or if it's the premium paid Outlaw Pass 6 as well. We will just have to see coming soon. Now, the last key takeaway here is the confirmation that more details in yet another announcement, their third announcement, will be shared soon. The communication is better this time around compared to previous updates. While they haven't laid out an exact roadmap or given us specific things to look forward to besides the most major content beats coming up in the summer update, it is a nice change of pace to see that they aren't just announcing an update the weekend before like we've had on a Friday and then they drop the new DLC update on Tuesday like they did basically with Moonshiners, Naturalist, and the Bounty Hunter expansion. We only had a few days in between the announcement and all those updates releasing. At face value, one could say they repeated themselves sort of with this announcement, but as you can see, there are some new details which are absolutely worth sharing here today. Now, I think that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching this news and discussion video for the new Red Dead Online summer update and Rockstar's most recent announcement. I would love to know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What's the biggest takeaway you got from this announcement and info? Is there anything that really interested you, or are you basically just as uninterested as you were before? I know when the summer update was first announced, I saw a lot of fans not seeming too receptive to the idea of robberies when that was something that people have been begging for almost 3 years this game's been out. So maybe customer and player taste has changed over time, or interest has shifted away from it. Who knows? I would love to hear your feedback down below. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best Red Dead Online and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.